Hello everyone, welcome back to Revenue Management and Forecasting, here with a different exercise for you that hopefully will help you understand how forecasting and pickup calculation works. Okay, I'm guiding myself similar to the exercise in the presentation. So first you can see here that we have a table, okay, with our data, the days before arrival here, 28, 21, 14, 7, and then obviously day -1, the day after, here referring to the 10th of May, the 17th, 24th, and so on. I've already entered the average occupancy for those 5 weeks across, so simple average calculation in Excel that I didn't just drag along the entire yellow column here. So we have here, we know that on average 28 days before arrival we have 10 rooms booked, 21 days before arrival we have an average of 18 rooms booked, 14 days or 2 weeks before arrival we have 50, and 7 days or 1 week before the day of arrival we have 80. So overall average and the day after we have 30. To give you a more concrete example here for the 10th of May only, okay, here we know that 28 days before arrival we have already 10 bookings. That's also reflected in this graph over here. So I drew you a little timeline of the pickup, right? So 28 days before arrival to the 10th of May, we have already 10 bookings, okay? Then 21 days before arrival, we already have 20 bookings. So as we move along with the graph, we have then obviously more bookings on hand. 10 to be exact is the difference, right? As we come then to 14 days before arrival, we have 40. So we picked up another 20 bookings as we come along here. And then 7 days before arrival, we have 70 bookings already booked. Then the average, obviously, we know is always reflecting 130 overall for the actual day of arrival, which then here would be the 10th of May. Now the day after day -1, so the 11th of May, when we have closed our books and our business and we had the final accounts done and reporting, then we know for this particular date we have achieved an actual occupancy or rooms occupied of 120. Okay, now if we're going along here with this timeline, which is why I put you in these brackets here, we want to then see how the pickup obviously evolves from 28 days to 21, 14, 7 days, and then the actual day towards actually day 1, meaning day -1, excuse me. So we have then the actual number. So in the pickup line here, I've done the calculation like I explained to you as well already. So I'm just taking the average occupancy that we're, let's say, aiming for to achieve, minus what we already have on the books here for 28 days before arrival, meaning 120 rooms are supposedly still to be picked up in the next 28 days. Then 112 for the next for 21 days to the day of arrival, 80 bookings 14 days before day of arrival, and 50 in the last 7 days, so the last week before day of arrival and therefore check-in. So if you follow along this here again, so 10 bookings on 28 days before arrival, then we should have a pickup until day 0 of 120 rooms in order to achieve somewhat the average of 130. That's why I put that up here again as well. Then again, the same thing, 21 days before with 20 bookings. Ideally, we should have a pickup of some sort of 112 bookings before the day of arrival. Then 14 days before arrival or 2 weeks, we have already 40 bookings in this particular line here for the 10th of May. So the pickup on average is 80. So that's what we want to pick up before day 0 in order to achieve 130. That's our target, that's our aim. And then 70 bookings have been achieved already now. Okay, so from 28 days to 7 days before arrival, we started with 10 and we now have achieved 70. So we already did pick up 60 bookings, okay, along the way from the initially 120 when we started. But we still have 7 days left to sell. So we still estimate another pickup of 50 room nights or 50 bookings until day 0, right? Then we know that our actual results for this particular week, for this particular timeline of weeks has become 120. Okay, so there's a difference between the average and the actual of 10 bookings. So we did not actually achieve our ideal forecast, if you will. We should have probably adjusted our pickup. Seeing that we did not manage to pick up all the bookings that we wanted along all these lines here, along all these weeks. Now, where exactly that could have happened is something we need to try to find out with our segmentation. It could have already happened 28 days before arrival. It could have happened the last 3 weeks, last 2 weeks, or last 7 days, right? I have a feeling that in this particular hotel, without knowing anything more, Most of it probably we did lose or did not manage to pick up was in the last 7 days. Why? Because if you look at the time scale and the number of bookings that we still estimate to pick up, everything seems to be kind of in line because we keep picking up and we keep multiplying bookings. Okay, so from 10 to 20 to 40, but then it only goes to 70, where this should be at least 80 or more if we're still thinking of this pickup figure of 50. Okay, now this is obviously what we're seeing from our numbers here as an average, and that's fine. But sometimes we need to question the numbers a little bit and fine tune them or tweak them a little bit in order to be like, okay, this is a bit more achievable. This is a bit more feasible for our property in this particular season or with a particular segment. Okay, this could be a forecast for one particular segment only, for only groups or only business travelers, but not for individuals or the other way around. So maybe if we would have adjusted the pickup here to 40, we would have been actually just in line with 120 and everybody would have been happy. I hope that helped you. There will be more videos very soon. Thank you.